Genius Nation, what's going on? It's your man, Dr. Will, and you guys know the deal. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know what city, what state, what country you're chiming in from. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscription button, the notification button, all the things that make the algorithms go pop. Welcome to Daily Insights with Dr. Will. I am Dr. Will. Happy Friday to you, wherever you are in the world. I hope your day is off to an amazing day. So go ahead and let me know what city, what state, what country you're in. I'm here in the beautiful city of Phoenix, Arizona, where God vacations, getting ready to hop on a plane to Indiana. So wherever you are in the world, let me know. And before we get into today's daily insight, I want to remind you, go ahead and grab your Genius Action Planner so you can close the gap to your goals and mission in 2023. Go to drwillspeaks.com/planner and grab yours. It really will help you plan out your whole year. I use it every single year to map out my whole year, to help me forecast. You know, Stephen Covey said, one of the principles of highly successful people is that they start with the end in mind. And so if you want to dominate your 2023, you want to ask yourself, what are all the things that I want to accomplish in 2023? And this is going to help you blueprint it out. And then you're going to be able to reverse engineer, come all the way back to January 1st and say, this is what I need to do to make sure that I dominate 2023. So we're going to set the goal. We're going to set the attention to win the Super Bowl. That's the goal, to win the Super Bowl, right? Whatever your big, audacious goal is. And then we're going to reverse engineer, and this will help you do that. So go over to drwillspeaks.com/planner and pick yours up today. All right, guys, today my insight for you is to honor the small. Honor the small. What do you mean by that, Dr. Will? To honor the small. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. There's another scripture that says, if you're faithful over the few, you'll be made ruler over many. A lot of times I see when people are starting their business or even using social media, they don't honor the small. They don't honor the small. What is the small? The small is those small beginnings. Those smalls are those small wins. Everybody wants to hit a home run, but no one honors getting on base. No one honors getting on base. And I understand, man, in this fast moving world, that's not sexy. That's not exciting. Why just hit a single when you can hit a home run? Why just hit a single when you can hit a home run, right? But when you learn how to honor the small, when you know, when I think about my journey on social media, started 12 years ago with me making a decision that every day, Monday through Friday, on my page, this is how I was going to use my page, that every single day, Monday through Friday, I was going to post something positive. If anybody came to my page, they were going to be able to get something positive. And so for the last 12 years, I've been faithful over that. Literally everything that you see with my brand and with my business started with me just honoring the small, being able to be consistent. When nobody was engaging with my posts, nobody knew who Dr. Will was, but I knew that consistency would win the game. I knew that if I would honor the small, do not despise small beginnings. And so what I had to do, I remember one time I had the pleasure of going to a NASCAR race. As a matter of fact, I was the first African-American speaker to be invited to speak at NASCAR. And when I went to go speak at NASCAR, There's a guy by the name of Hendrix. Look him up. And we were chatting, and I asked him for advice and to parallel success from NASCAR to success in life. And this is what he said. He says, as a NASCAR driver, we're taught never to look at the wall, never to look at the wall. And so if you know anything about NASCAR, they're going at high speeds, round and round, and they're going at high speeds. And he says, if you look at the wall, you'll be distracted and you'll end up in the wall. If you look at the wall, you'll be distracted and end up in the wall. To run at this type of speed, to drive at this type of speed, you have to keep your eyes on the road. You have to keep your eyes on the road. And many times, how does that parallel to us? Many times, instead of focusing on what we should be focusing on, our work, our honoring the small, we're looking at everybody else. Oh man, they got 10,000 followers. Oh man, they got 1 million followers. Oh man, they got 800 people at their conference. And you're not honoring who's right in front of you. If you have, everybody wants 100 clients, but how are you honoring the one client that you have in front of you? How are you honoring the one client that you have in front of you? How are you honoring the audience that you have in front of you? If you're doing a podcast, everybody wants 1 million downloads, but how are you honoring the person who's showing up right now? How are you honoring? If you have a client base, how are you appreciating that client base that you have right now? See, a lot of times we're always thinking about the next client, the next customer, but how are we honoring who's right in front of us right now? How are we honoring who honored us? Like for everybody that shows up to Daily Insight, I honor you. I honor you. I honor you. I think these out. I just don't randomly come up here. I think them out. I think them out, right? Let me show you guys something so you see. I hope you guys can see. You see that? Honor the small. I knew I was going to be talking about that today. So it's been on my wall since yesterday. And that's what I've been meditating on all day long, because I knew today inside the nation, that's what I was going to be talking about. That's what I was going to be talking about. And so preparation is me honoring those of you who showed up, those of you who've taken out the time. You don't get this time back, whether we're here 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't discredit that. So I honor that. You're not going to get this 5 minutes back, this 10 minutes back, this 20 minutes, well, however long we share together, you're not going to get it back. Out of the 24 hours of your day, you made a choice. You made a decision to come inside the nation and share this moment with us. I honor that. I honor that. I don't poo-poo that. No, I honor that because you decided to be a part of what we have going on. And so that's my challenge in your life. Are you honoring? You may have a job right now. Are you honoring that job? Before you build your multi-million-dollar company, are you honoring the job that pays the bills right now? Are you honoring it? Are you despising it? Are you honoring it? Are you despising it? And so start going through. That's the challenge, nation, to start going through. Man, you want the Bentley, but are you honoring the Toyota Tercel? Are you honoring the Honda Accord? Are you honoring it? What you have in your life right now? You want the millions, but are you honoring the thousands? You want the thousands, but are you honoring the hundreds? Are you honoring it? You know, as a speaker, when I put my name on the line to come and show up at an event, I don't care if it's one person there. I don't care if it's 1,000 people there. They're going to get the same Dr. Will because I honor the opportunity. I honor the opportunity. I know that there's a force working greater than what's in front of me. There's a force working greater for me than what's in front of me. And I realize that when I show up, whether it's 2 people or 2,000 people, the forces are looking. Let me see how he's going to honor this. Do I just say, oh, I dial it in? No. I've spoken over 2,000 times. Do I say, you know what? I'm just going to dial it in. I know my info. No. I study every time like it's the first time. I prepare every single time like it's the first time because I want to honor the small. I want to honor every opportunity. Everybody wants the big stage, but are you honoring the small stage? Everybody wants the big podcast, but are you honoring the small podcast? Anytime I give 100, if a person says they want to interview me and they have an audience of 10 or an audience of 10,000, they're going to get the best of Dr. Will. They're going to get the best that I have to offer. I'm not going to shortchange it. I'm going to honor the small. So that's my challenge for you guys today, to look into those areas of your life where you just dialing it in and you need to go back and honor it and respect it. Where do you need to prepare a little bit more? And so honor the small, guys. Don't despise small beginnings. See, it's so easy for us to forget that every Microsoft started in the garage. Amazon started in the garage. Think about that. Think about the behemoth Amazon that we know today. It started with Jeff Bezos with an idea that, you know what, I want to make getting books to people a little bit easier. And now look where they are, a $1 trillion business. $1 trillion. And this is, listen, this is within our lifetime. This is within our life. When I was growing up, you know, JCPenney, Kmart, Walmart, they were already started. We have had the opportunity in our lifetime to see a Google, to see an Amazon in our lifetime go from zero to trillions of dollars in our lifetime. So that means it's possible for you if you're willing to honor the small, honor the small, honor the small. Just think about that. In our lifetime, we've seen a business go from zero to $1 trillion in our lifetime. In less than 40 years in our lifetime. Honor the small. I remember growing up in Compton, and as I would walk home from school, I remember seeing Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, DJ Yella, the DLC. I remember seeing them in Dr. Dre's grandmother's garage. I remember seeing them when hip hop was just starting. Honor the small. And for them to go from the garage and to see what Ice Cube has become, to see what Dr. Dre has become. I saw this from the garage. Honor the small. Honor the small. Everybody, every comedian you know, everybody had to start off, comedians had to start off in that little club. Go track. I track. This is what I study all day long. Go track at Kevin Hart. See, we like to see people in their big. No. Go research their small. Go Google or YouTube Kevin Hart first stand-up, Kevin Hart, first live show. You see a nervous comedian, but he had to honor the small. Go study before he was selling out arenas, he had to go and drive back and forth from Philly to New York for 5 minutes. I want you to think about that. 5 minutes to be able to be on stage for 5 minutes. He was willing to go pay all those tolls to go back and forth. Honoring the small, honoring the small. I remember, Years ago, my pastor asked me to. We were opening up another church in another area, and he asked me to go do the weekly Bible study. And I remember I would work all day, and then I would drive like an hour to. I would drive an hour to go teach a Bible study for like 30 minutes to like 6 or 7 people, week after week after week. But I would prepare for those 7 people like I was getting ready to talk to 7,000 people, not knowing that years later, I was setting the groundwork for my own. And we went from having our own church to, in that area, starting a church and having 3 churches. But I didn't know I was setting the groundwork, but I honored it. I didn't complain about it. I didn't beat up the people that were there and bring more people. No. I honored the 6 or 7 people that was in front of me. So guys, that's my challenge for you today. Going into this weekend, am I honoring the small? Am I honoring what I've been giving rulership over? If you learn how to manage and be faithful over the small, he'll make you ruler over the many. But if you mismanage the small, who will commit to you the more? So that's my challenge for you guys. Have a great weekend. Go out there and do something amazing today. Have an amazing weekend. Laugh, have fun, be productive, all of that stuff, guys. And I'll see you back here on Monday morning inside the nation. All right, guys, talk to you later.